When I tell you betrayal cuts deepest when it comes from the people who raised you, believe me. It doesn't arrive with a knife in the dark. It comes dressed as kindness, as a smile at the dinner table, as the soft echo of the word daughter. I learned that lesson the night my life split in two. I was fastening a necklace in front of the mirror, convincing myself that tonight might be different. My parents had called after months of silence. Just the three of us, dinner at the estate. No staff, no board members. For a fleeting second, I let myself hope it meant peace, maybe even forgiveness. That illusion shattered with a single buzz from my phone. 3 words on the screen, "Call me now." It was Marcus, my advisor, the only person who never sugarcoated anything. I answered, and his voice sliced through the line. "Leora, they filed a petition this morning. Emergency conservatorship. Your parents are telling the court you're mentally unfit to run the company." The floor tilted beneath me. My coat slipped from my hands, landing on the hardwood with a hollow thud. "What?" I whispered, though I already knew. "They've gathered affidavits. Witness statements. They're moving fast." My breath vanished, and then it hit me. The warm invitation to dinner. My father's polite nod at the last board meeting. My mother's gentle words, "Let's talk about the future." None of it had been reconciliation. It was preparation. That's when I saw it. The trap, polished and waiting for me to step inside. The lemon tarts I had bought on the way home, her favorite since I was a child, sat on the counter, suddenly grotesque. A peace offering for parents who had already signed away my freedom. I stared at them until my chest ached, realizing I'd been blinded by nostalgia while they sharpened knives behind closed doors. I thought back to the small humiliations I had brushed aside. My father cutting me off mid-sentence in front of the board, my mother laughing lightly. "Leora forgets things sometimes, but don't we all?" Everyone chuckled. I forced a smile, but it wasn't harmless. It was erosion, slow, deliberate, and now undeniable. Marcus placed a folder in front of me later that night. The words stamped across the top blurred as I tried to read. Erratic decision-making. Emotional decline. Inability to manage under pressure. Statements signed by people I once trusted. Investors already aligning with my parents. My pulse hammered, but I forced my voice steady. Then we fight. And so it began. The following days became a blur of paper and sleepless nights. My kitchen turned into a war room. Medical evaluations proving I was sound. 3 years of revenue growth. Contracts inked by clients who trusted me. Every binder was a weapon. Every chart a shield. Still, paranoia gnawed at me. Every smile in the corridors felt rehearsed. Every silence suspicious. And then, just when I was beginning to sink, hope arrived in the form of a trembling hand. Rowan, a junior accountant barely out of school, slipped into my office and placed a folded page on my desk. His voice shook. "Please don't say it came from me." When he left, I opened it. An email. Subject line, pre-transition support. Inside, promises of bonuses once interim control was established. Signed by my mother. Not if, when. They weren't saving me. They were bribing their way to power. That page burned in my hands, but it also steadied me. If even one frightened accountant had the courage to hand me the truth, then I had no excuse to falter. The night I confronted them, the study glowed with firelight. For a moment, they looked like the parents I remembered, my father with his heavy brow, my mother's gentle smile. But the words they spoke belonged to strangers. "Leora," my mother began softly, "this isn't adversarial. We just want the transition to be graceful." My father leaned forward, folding his hands. "Better to step down quietly. Think of it as mercy." Mercy. The word froze in my chest. I looked at them, and for the first time, my voice didn't tremble. "You filed petitions behind my back. You bought loyalty with company money. That isn't mercy. That's fraud." For the first time, their expressions cracked. My mother's smile faltered. My father's jaw tightened. But I didn't stay. I left them sitting in their firelit cage of lies. When the day of the hearing came, the courtroom air was cold, sharp, merciless. Across the aisle, they sat poised in cream and charcoal, the picture of dignity. Their lawyer spoke of concern and parental love, words dressed in velvet, but dripping poison. Then it was Marcus's turn. Binder after binder hit the judge's bench. Medical reports, revenue growth, expansion deals. And then the final blow, financial records of unauthorized payments signed by my parents themselves. The judge's voice cut like steel. You accuse your daughter of incompetence while using her company's funds against her. Gasps rippled through the room. My parents' facade shattered in real time. The petition was dismissed, and with it their mask. A review of their misconduct was ordered. For once, they were the ones under scrutiny. That evening, the board voted unanimously to strip them of all authority. My mother's voice cracked as she whispered, "We only wanted what was best." I met her eyes, my voice steady as stone. "No, you wanted what was yours. I built what was mine." And that was the last time they tried to claim my throne. 2 weeks later, I walked into the boardroom. Every seat was filled, every gaze steady, not with pity, but respect. I took my place at the head of the table, and this time, the chair fit me like it had always been mine. "This company," I said, "was built on discipline and endurance. Betrayal has consequences, family or not." Silence followed, not resistance, agreement. And as I left the boardroom, passing the empty office my parents once occupied, I realized something. Legacy isn't inherited, it's defended, and mine finally belonged to me.